Okay, we're live. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. You make sure that this is on and that I'm live. Let me go to YouTube and make sure I can see what's going on. I'm live. Let me go to mute the volume. All right, cool. What's up, everybody? This is the kid with another Atlanta DJ Zone Tech Tuesday live podcast that I host on Tuesday. 4 DJs, 2 DJs by DJs, and I host this to answer questions, to do a lot of troubleshooting, to do a lot of stuff basically down even to business aspect. And what we talk here is DJ stuff. And so right now, the topic that I came up with for tonight was a last minute topic, is something that I did before and only have a few to add to what I'm going to be doing, but I posted it in the group to get more opinions and to get more input from you guys about what you think are that related topics. And the topic for today is Mythbusters and Factfinders. With Mythbusters, what I'm looking to do is to hear myths that you hear about in the realm of DJing and research it live. I'll pull up some web links, do some research or whatever, or tell my input or experience on it myself as for whether it's true or false. Now, on the Facts Finder, the facts is basically kind of like Mythbusters, but you're basically doing a true or false. Is what was said, is it actually true or is it false? So to start off, if there's anybody that has any myth that needs to be bust or any facts that needs to be found, go ahead and put those in the comments. Because like I said, I just did this about an hour ago. Didn't have any idea what I wanted to talk about today. So it's a last minute thing, but there were some things that I was thinking about as for making a topic, and they can fall in the category as for this. So if there's anybody that has any topics, then go ahead. Otherwise, I'm gonna start looking some stuff up real quick. I'm gonna do a little research on my iPad and see if we can find any myths. All right. Let's see. Let's see if we can find some myths. And I was looking to see if anybody was going to do the myth on Mac and PC, because that has been a thing for like forever that DJs have been talking about. And there are some there are some things about Mac, the Mac versus PC, that a lot of people don't know and a lot of people aren't aware of. And one in mind is that I have is based on the fact. And the thing is that, let me go ahead and mention this, because this is something that I have on my mind that I don't think a lot of people have been thinking about. It may be something that I've looked at that deeply and have noticed that other people may not have seen. But and this is with Apple. This is with the Apple or the Macintosh iOS. Now with the new iOS, or with every couple of updates of the iOSs, the file system has changed. It's more like every 5 to 6 years or 5 to 6 versions, the iOS change. And I don't know how many times that it's changed since maybe 2010, but right now is like the third development of that change. And I could pull up the Wikipedia for that, where I saw it and realized, oh, I wonder if anybody noticed this to be a fact. And the thing is that and I think I had to look it up again, but I think it's during the month of September for every year. That's when they rolled out a new Mac iOS. Now, the the way, and I don't know where this came from, when um here's a fact right here. For iOS, when it's iOS X, that X actually stands for iOS 10. So it's uh operating system number 10. And with that, every version started with a 10 dot blank 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 dot blank blank blank. And with that second set of numbers, that moved into a different operating system. So with the start of it, when they started with iOS X or iOS 10, they started by using names of cats, large cats, feline cats, or whatever. They started that up until, I think, 10 dot 10.9. I think 10.9, which was either mountain lion or snow leopard. I think mountain lion was the last one. Then they started moving into mountains, popular mountains. And now they're still, even though that they're out of the phase of 10 and into the phase of 11, that they're still using mountains. They haven't ran out of mountains names yet. So with the newest one, Big Sur, it's the one that's still continuing with the mountains, but it has moved. They've moved that one, instead of going to, I think it would have been 10.16 or maybe 17. They went to 11, which in that case, they went with a whole different file system. And now those particular computers or those Macs are using completely different chips. They phased out of the Intel chips and now gone into the ARM's M1 chip, which is supposedly supposed to be faster. But I'm not sure. There's a lot of incompatibility that's going on with those chips, and there's even talk of there's issues with those specific MacBooks that users are having. So when they came out with the newest version of 11 or Big Sur came a lot of problems. Now, I'm not for sure how Mac work with third party software vendors, whether they allow them a pre-release of their software or a beta version so the developers of the third party companies can start creating a new version or revising the current version to be compatible with not only that new operating system but also those new chips, or if the companies have to wait until it's released and then start immediately on trying to make their version compatible. And I think that out of both of them, I think the last one is what is going on, because there are a lot of companies that had issues to where it wouldn't work straight out the box with that particular operating system, Big Sur. So and there still are issues, like Serato. Serato hasn't gotten it yet to where they have it working to where it's working perfectly and you could use it. And there's a couple other programs as well, but in the DJ realm, Serato is still not compatible. They just released a notice last week that Pioneer was compatible, but if you're using Serato, it's you still can't use it unless you're using Rekordbox or Virtual DJ or whatever else out there that can use it right now. They just made the hardware. They just made the controllers or whatever it is, that the mixers, whatever is compatible with Pioneer that can use Big Sur. They just made that compatible. But if you're using something that's using Serato, then you can't use it because Serato is still under construction. They still haven't resolved that issue. So here's my fact on that, on the issue with Serato getting their operating system ready before the next release. Because like I said, when September comes out and Mac is already working on whatever the next one is, they're already working on the next one, the next operating system, which would be 11.2, whatever the name of it is. And it's going to be something, it's going to be slightly different. It will stay in the same file structure. If it's using APFS, then it'll stay with that. If they're using something completely different, then that's whatever they started out with last year, they're going to keep that. And I don't think they're going to just scrap it and start anything different unless it's causing several issues and they have to go with something completely different. Plus, it makes it easier for them to migrate and upgrade than just start completely with a brand new slate. They're probably working on that down the line, but I don't think that's in the works for right now. So in September, there's going to be another release. There's going to be another iOS release for Mac. Every year, it's the same time that they announce the new iPhones, the new iPads, whatever devices, the keynote. I think that's what it's called, the keynote speak that they have, where where Apple comes and they introduce the whole new line of products that they have. And then on that day, either new software versions are released or new iOS are released, but the devices themselves come out later. They're basically hyping it up for the pre-sale so people can go ahead and place their pre-order and to get the new iPhone, the new Apple Pods, the Apple Watch, iPads, Apple TV, whatever it is out there that they're making a new update on. and upgrade. So September is going to be the month. And right now it's February, already close to March. So say for instance, if Serato gets their act together by June, then in the next coming months, it's only going to last a few more months. And say even if they do the pre-release in June and everybody starts using it, they open up a beta version. And with that beta version, they start using it and people start experiencing issues because the version that they have to build not only has to work with the M1 chips, but it also has to work with the older Intel chips that people are still using. So now you have a compatibility there to where there's not only a new operating system, but there are new CPU chips that it has to be compatible with too. So I think that the Serato may be down for even longer because, like I said, there's going to be issues and there's going to be updates. The updates that you have right now are basically for new hardware. There hasn't been an update that's been released for the functionality of working with Big Sur. That is on hold. I think that right there may equal up to a brand new release for especially for Mac. It may move from the 2.0 version to a 3.0 version because they may have to ramp it out completely different. But I actually think it's going to stay 2.0. But right now, the versions that they have that are out is on the hardware. The new Rain 1 controller, they released a version to have support for that. The scratch sampler on the 70 series mixers, and yeah, I think that's it. The 70 series mixers is what they release, um 2 point 2.3.4, I think that's what it is. And 2.3, no, 2.3.2, I think it's 2.4.3 is the scratch sampler. 2.4.4 is the Rain 1. And I think that was the last one. I thought I saw somewhere there was a 2.4.5, which was for something. I don't remember what it's for. Some other controller. It may be a Pioneer controller or something that came out, but there's still no release from it. There's still no release from Serato for Big Sur. Big Sur is still on hold with Serato, and there's still people that are buying the new M1 chip MacBook Pros, MacBook Airs, and that's what they're stuck with. They can't roll back because it starts with that processor starts with that particular version. So you can't roll back to Catalina or Mojave or whatever because those support the Intel chips and not the M1 chips. So that's what you're stuck with. And then there's also people that are updating, or they say automatic updating to Big Sur, that are using, 2020 or older MacBook Pros, and it's causing an issue for them to where they have to roll back. Either they have to roll back or do a dual boot to where that dual boot is using an older operating system so that they can function with again until Big Sur is released. I need a drink because I'm drying out. So, like I say, it's just a matter of time before that's done. Before Serato is available. So let me check because I was looking for myths to talk about. All right, here are some myths. And this is reference from cutting cuttingedgeentertainment.com is where I'm getting it from. And let's see. They have 6. So I guess I could take what they have and add on to what they said based off experience. The myth that they have, number one, and I've never heard of this one before, that all DJs are wannabe rappers, which I guess I would see where that came from. That would came from the fact that a lot of rappers or celebrities have decided to go into the DJ realm. Now, that's a good topic. Let's talk about that. That all DJs are either wannabe rappers or celebrities. That is false, but it is partially true. It's not all, but you do have some celebrities and some rappers that have ventured into the game. And speaking on honesty myself, I was a rapper before I became a DJ. I started rapping, or I was known as an artist back in my high school days. Uh, me and me and other students, we used to battle each other, just like on the playground, rap freestyle. There was even me and one guy. We even did it in one of our classes, one of our technical classes, to where we wrote raps on the computer, and I still have some of those to this day. Over 30 years old, pages over 30 years old. So, um, in a way, yes. In a way, no. I won't say that everybody that wants to become a DJ used to be a rapper. That's not true. Now, in some ways, or in my case, it helps because you know how to stay on beat. And knowing how to stay on beat, or learning the music aspect as an artist or a rapper, will help you out when you're trying to do a mix as a DJ. Because what I do to keep my mixes together, I say the words in my head, or I take the words. If I'm doing a blend with a acapella and an instrumental, I would match up the words to the lyrics along right in time with the beat, as if I was rapping it. And that will be the best way to do it, because you may have some songs to where the lyrics are out of sync. They are not actually out of sync as for um on intentionally or whatever, is more like accidentally, or where the artist is what's the word I'm trying to say, to they're double timing. They're double timing or even triple timing. They're increasing the speed, and there may be more rhyming words within one bar than there is in another, because there's so many different rapping styles out there that some artists doesn't they don't have just one. They're always changing out. So that first one, um, I would say no. I would say no on that one. That one was not a good one. Myth number 2: all DJs wear oversized chain with dollar signs. No, no. Definitely push that one. I'm not even going to get into that one. That one is not even going to get my time. Myth number 3: DJs change common songs into mashups that are difficult to dance to. No, that one, that is a myth too, but then I haven't heard that one. I understand what they're saying, that most DJs will mix a song. Now, I have heard some songs where the lyrics, or the acapella is a great one to use, but the beat that they use is it clashes. It doesn't go along with it, or it doesn't have the impact of the lyrics as if it was the original instrumental. So they basically downgrade the music from the original. All right. Myth number 4: it takes DJs hours to set up. That can be true. I mean, some DJs, the average is, and it all depends on the gear, but the average that it can take a DJ to set up, especially if it's just them solo, can be about an hour or maybe 2 hours, somewhere between an hour and 2 hours. And that's why they always give themselves extra time. And the reason is that because anything can happen at the venue. They can forget a cable, or they will have to run and get another bag, or something can always happen. So every venue, especially if it's not the same one, is different. So it can take 2 hours on a basic setup, especially if they don't know the room layout, if they never did do a walkthrough or whatever. So yeah, it may take a little bit longer at that time, but usually probably about 2 hours. 2 hours. 2 hours the most, not including a lot of heavy lights, because the lighting can take even longer. All right, number 5. I don't know where these questions come from. The myth number 5: the DJ and the MC are different people. True and false. With that being a myth, it can be either or. And the reason why is that some people have the presence to talk on the mic. Now, like as for me, I build up the skill of being able to talk on the mic. Now, do I do it a lot of time? No, because I don't want to talk on the mic all the time. I don't want to drown people out for what they came for, the music. But there are certain cases to where you do want to talk on the mic, and that's are like events where you need to be speaking, like weddings, birthday parties, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, stuff like that, to where you actually need an MC. But there are some cases where you don't need an MC. Um, Bars and clubs, you don't really need an MC, because those are more like lounging areas, to where people are just coming to relax and listen to music, and they don't want to be bothered or overtaken by somebody that's talking so much on the mic to where they can't enjoy the music. So that that is that's definitely a myth. I don't know where that one came from. And the last one that they have here: it only costs a couple $100s to hire a professional DJ. That depends. That depends. And I guess I don't know what. I guess they pull these questions up just so they can answer them how they want to. But I don't see a lot of people asking these questions. It only costs a couple $100. to hire a DJ? It depends on the type of DJ. If you want somebody that's cheap, that's has lack of experience, then yeah, it costs $300-400. But if you want somebody that's knowledgeable, that can come in and entertain the crowd, and that has the equipment, the appearance, and the presentation, you're going to spend a lot more than just a couple hundred. You may spend a couple thousand. So basically, in all, you get what you pay for. If you want a DJ that does a couple hundred, that's what you're going to get. You're going to get what you pay for. And like I said, I got these questions. Just pulled them up real quick. Cuttingedgeentertainment.com. And I didn't even look through their answers. I just used their questions. I do have another one. Okay, there are a lot of myths. There are wedding DJ myths. There are scratching on controller myths. Um, let's see. There's a lifelong about the life in DJing. And this is djcoursesonline.com. Ooh, okay, here we go. This one. This one is the one right here. What's up, DJ Johnny Dynamite? What's going on? I'm looking at the comments now to see fact or fiction, non-celebrity DJs are making um fact. And this is the question. Let me pull his question up. That's a good question that I was mentioning earlier. Now, this is the question that he asked. Fact or fiction? Let me look at it. Fact or fiction, non-celebrity DJs. I thought you said celebrity DJs. Fact or fiction, non-celebrity DJs are making big money on Twitch. When you mentioned non-celebrity, and what is it? I see you have big money in caps. How much big money are we talking about? Because I mean, I'm on Twitch. All right, there we go. Testing. Okay, now I'm back. I guess I didn't have the plug all the way in, but like I said, like I was saying, that you may not have heard, that is definitely, I would say that's definitely false. Uh, DJ Subconscious, like I said, he's been streaming way before the pandemic. A lot of the DJs started when the pandemic started, to where they couldn't do live events, so they took their streams to Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, and now Mixcloud, Play.tv, and whatever other platforms that there are out there. There's a few more out there that you can stream to without any issues. But I don't think there's nobody out there that's doing 5 and 6 figures for streaming. Not even Jazzy Jeff is doing that much, because most of the money that he makes from his streams are from his app. When you go to his app, he has merchandise on his app, t-shirts, caps, whatever. I haven't really been to it, but he has merchandise that you can go and that you can buy. And he may be making a little bit off the Twitch streams, and I'm not for sure anything off the YouTube, but Facebook definitely not making anything. So um, maybe Mixcloud, he may be making something off Mixcloud, because Mixcloud may be monetary. But even if you combine that all together, it's not 5 figures. It's probably not 5 figures, because usually in his streams I see, especially like on Facebook or YouTube, is usually between 300 to 500 people. And let's say if he just have those, if you have every platform with that many people watching, then you're looking at 15 to 2,000 people. And so how's the monetizing set up to where he makes the money? That's what you need to know. But as for that, I would definitely say no. That you could definitely put a stamp that that's busted. No non-celebrity is it. Now, celebrities, that's different. You got the start of it, which was Paris Hilton. She was the celebrity that I can recall that went first. And then you got Pauly Shore, or whatever the Jersey, the MTV Jersey, whatever the Jersey reality show. You had a DJ that was there, that he became a DJ. And you got people that's DJs, that were DJs, that are actually DJs that are celebrity, like Idris Elba. And I didn't know that he was an actual DJ, but he actually DJ. Now, Shaq, he used to be an artist. I can't recall Shaq being a DJ when he was younger. Now, I grew up around the age with Shaq. I was in college when Shaq played for LSU, and he actually played at the university that I went to, Mississippi State University. And I went to one of the games where he played. So he's about my age, but I don't recall him ever DJing in his youth. He may have, I'm not for sure. If he have, I haven't heard much about it, but I do remember him becoming an artist. He became an artist. He released his own album, or maybe 2 albums, and then he did either an album or a single with Foo Snickens, and maybe a couple other artists, but I remember the Foo Snickens. And after that, it was basketball for him, basketball and other ventures. But then he came back into DJing. And the thing is, he didn't do DJing like maybe most of us would do. He went straight for the moneymaker. He went, instead of doing hip hop and R&B, he went to EDM, where EDM is different, because EDM is produced before it's played on stage. So actually, The music, the sets are done in the studio. They're made, they're recorded, they're mixed, they're even mixed onto a flash drive, and then all the DJ slash producer do when they get the performance, they just play it and just add in little tweaks, effects, and stuff like that. But they're not mixing like most DJs do now. Your average mobile DJ, your R&B, your hip hop, your turntablists, even your wedding DJ, your club DJs. They're not doing it like those, but they're making six figures and up just doing it that type of way. So yeah, your question, non-celebrities making big money. Mm-mm. Celebrities making big money. Yes. Now, celebrity making big money on Twitch. I don't know of big celebrities that are on Twitch. Now, when you said Twitch, that kind of changed the whole thing out because um like I said, in order to make Twitch, you got to have high endorsement, big fan base, and your channel has to have a lot of followers. And right now, the ones that are making the most money on Twitch is the gaming community. Gamers are making the money off Twitch. All right, so good question though. I never would have thought about that one, and I may have to do a little bit more research to see what's going on in Twitch, because if you heard something, then I guess I need to see what it is too. Now I just pulled this up at djcoursesonline.com to four myths that they have. And this first one is one I mentioned earlier. All right. The first one. Macs are better than PCs. Let me see. I got a question. Steven, it could be possible with the number of viewers that they get and the subs that they would get, they could be making good bank. Gamers aren't making more than big DJs on Twitch. All right, so let me ask you this. What are the big name DJs? What DJs are making big money on Twitch? Like I said, I'm not on Twitch a whole lot. I mean, I follow a lot of people, but I don't gravitate to Twitch. As you can tell, that I'm on Facebook a lot. I rarely use my Instagram either, or the one that I use the least is Twitter. I just got those accounts just so I would have them and I would be able to have the name that I would want to use in case that I want to use it. So those I don't use because those take up a lot of your time to read and keep up with every single feed, every single photo or whatever. Don't have to do that as much with Facebook, and you could even go back and catch up, which is what I do. Every time I get on, I'll scroll through my timeline feed to see what's going on. Then I check my notifications. Then I check some other stuff, and then I'm done for a while. All right, let's see. What's up, Eric? I don't know. So Jeff is actually now what he mentioned. He mentioned non-celebrity DJs. Now these are definitely celebrity DJs. I've seen Scratch Bastard on Twitch. The last person I seen was Z Trip. I need to find Magic Mike. I haven't I haven't followed him yet. I'm a big fan of his. Now, would you say these DJs are making 5 figures a month? And how's the monetary part of that? I'll tell you what, do this real quick. Let me go into, let's see. The tech the DJ is on right now with 150 people. Okay, so with 150 people, and I know that there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of variables that you would need to answer to determine as for how much that she's making. Yeah, when he said he put in caps big money. So I'm thinking big money, you're talking about 5 figures. You're out of 9,000, you're into maybe like 15, 20,000 on the lower end. All right, put me something together for a few minutes, and I'm gonna come back to you on that. I want to jump into this one because this one is mentioned all the time, and this is the one that Macs are better than PCs. All right, here's my opinion on this. For somebody that never used a computer before, uh, yes, it would be good. But if well, I'm just gonna say yes overall. But then there are also some doubts about it too, because yeah, just scratch it. We're just gonna scratch it and say yes. Macs are better than PCs. Macs are better than PCs because they're more user oriented. You can navigate through it quickly. Everything is set up to and optimized to where there's less issues. You can get less, not any, no viruses, but you can get less viruses on a Mac than what you would PC. Now you can't get viruses, malware, and all this stuff on a Mac. You just don't hear about it as much as you would on a PC. And they're they're lighter, they're thinner. Um, and I have to look at my MacBook to answer these questions because right now I'm actually thinking about the negative stuff. Okay, let me jump into the negative stuff. The negative stuff about PCs is that the cooling system is awful. Uh, PC or Windows laptop or PC laptops, whatever you want to call it, they have a better cooling system because they have intake and outtake vents. The Mac is all in one section. I've heard a lot of people say that air is taken in through the keyboard, which I don't think that's true. The vents, from what I've experienced from taking them apart and working on them, is through the back, and I happen to have one right here. This is where the intake. This is where the air comes in and out through here. Where on a Windows PC, you have the air to come out from the back, and you have an exhaust on the side somewhere to where it blows out a different port or whatever. So that, and the thing with the Mac is the operating system. That probably I would say is the best, is that they have a stable operating system. And I'm not going to boot it up, but I have it right here. But you can do both. You can put Mac operating system. Okay, put it out the way. You can put a Mac operating system on a PC, and here's my example right here. This is my I don't know what year it is, but it's a HP EliteBook, and I run Yosemite on it. Yosemite and Windows 7. This is my work laptop. Now, I like this based off. Now, if I compare it, which I can compare these two. This is a 2010 MacBook Pro dual core. This is an HP i5. This will probably run more smoother than this, and I would prefer using this even though it's heavier. But the advantage that I have is that I have more USB ports. I have 3 on this side, and I have 1 on this side to where I can plug in more stuff. MacBooks usually only give you 2 ports. 2, I don't even know if there was any that had 3, but you only get 2 USB ports. And now if you have the newer ones with USB-C, you get 2. You get 2, maybe 3. And one of those has to be used for power. So overall, yeah, I would say Mac is better than PC if you can afford it, because that's the other thing. They're hell of expensive. Right now, starting out for a new one, you're going to end up spending about $1,600. $1,600 up to, I want to say somebody purchased one for, there was somebody that purchased one that had one custom made for $5,000. And I think it was for sale. They posted it for sale. Yeah, the aluminum body helps, but aluminum also generates heat. So with it having a full aluminum body, it doesn't help a lot, because they still get hot, especially with it sitting on your lap. Now, I had my 15-inch that I have right here. I had it sitting on the bed, and I think it wasn't sitting on the covers. It was just sitting like on I try not to sit it on padded stuff, because that prevents the air from going in and out, especially on these. But I think I may have had it to where the comforter and the sheet was restricting airflow, and it got heated up, and it was hot. It was like hot. So let's see. All right, let's see. Oh, that about the aluminum body. It helps for them, but to me, I don't see, because mine's, I can hear the fan. This one has 2 fans in it. It's a 2011 Intel i7, 2 hard drives, so it has no CD drive. One of the drives is a SSD, so that's no noise. The other drive, which is a 2 terabyte hybrid, it's mechanical too, so it has mechanical parts in it, but you can't hear it. But the noise, if you can hear it now, the noise you hear now is the fan. And with this one, it hadn't started yet, but you give it time. I may be putting a curse on it by saying this, but I'm having problems with the fans. The fans on it are making sounds. I guess there's some type of loose play in between the fans and the motors on the spindle, to where it's making contact and is causing noises. So it doesn't do it all the time. It does it from time to time. So that's an issue that I'm having with that one. And then The issue that you probably gonna have with a lot of Macs are the batteries. The battery, I think in this one may be dying, or that may be my 2009. And this one, the 2010, the small one I held up earlier, it needs a battery too. The USB ports on them suck because the current is 500 milliamps, which now 500 milliamps is outdated for everything. If you ever try to charge an iPad, any iPad on a MacBook Pro, it will take forever. You're looking at about a day easy that you're going to eat up just trying to charge an iPad. And that's the best way, is to turn it off to where it's not running and just let it charge up that way. But with 0.5 milliamps or 0.5 amps, half a milliamp, and you got the iPad that uses up a lot more than that, it's going to take a lot for it to build up. So the myth there, I would say, yes, Macs are better than PC, even though I got Macs and I got PCs, but PCs is where I can make a lot of my money because you're going to have more problems there. Mac has its issues as well. And with my 11, I have the GPU issue, which I can fix. Took me 4 months to learn how to fix it, but I learned how to fix it. Only take me a few minutes to do. All right. So what was their next question? All right. Huh. Now this one is more of a sound question. And I have to read this one. Let's see. And this one right here is Ed Carden's absorb sound. It says, let's get something clear. Ed Carden's on the wall do very little to dampen internal sound reflection. The fact that they look corrugated, like corrugated acoustic foam, is where the myth starts and ends, but there is very little absorptive properties in the empty space that they create. Only very dense material has the effect of stopping waves by bouncing around the room. Curtains or blankets do a better job than bare walls, but the idea of a DIY approach would be proper cornered mounting, convoluted traps. The quality of your mix is directly related to the quality of the acoustic treatment for your room. So that one they say is false. Now, I have never tried the Ed Cardens. I thought about at one time, as much as I probably go to McDonald's using the cup carriers, but that looks real ugly. I've actually seen somebody with the Ed Cardens on the wall, and it looks ghetto. Even though they did it in the first time that I ever seen it was in the movie Hustle and Flow, and I'm like, word, you can actually do that, but no, won't work. All right, number 3. Proper mixing is expensive. Okay, I'm thinking this is okay. Some of this stuff is studio related stuff. Yep, some of this stuff is studio stuff. Now, if you're doing it studio wise, if you're talking about mixing like a track, yeah, it can be expensive, especially depending on who you get to mix it and what type of mixing that you're doing. To actually do the production is going to take a lot of time, unless you're a skilled artist and you know how to go in there, lay your tracks down. You do everything 1 or 2 takes and be done with it. Then that's less. But having it sent to a master to have it mastered, yep, that can cost a pretty penny and take some time, because the same person that produces it, it is probably not going to be the same person that master it. You have somebody that's more specialized in that area, and somebody that hasn't listened to the song so much to where it, when they get ready to master it, it's not going to sound the same. So if you're a producer and you're mastering, the best thing that I can say is do, once you finish producing it and you're ready to go into the master phase, take a week off from it. Take a break from it where you're not hearing it, to where when you hear it again, it sounds completely different, and you can notice certain stuff in it that you probably haven't heard the first time. So that's what I'm gonna say about that. That proper in a studio, in a studio setting, it can. In a DJ setting, if you just, I don't even, they don't even sound like a DJ question. And I'm gonna skip this last question too, because I don't know. Myth number 4: popularity is the only way. I don't understand that, but let me see. I guess what they're saying is that being a popular or big name DJ, yeah, being a popular big name DJ is how you're going to make your mark. And I would definitely say that that's probably not true either. All right, so only that first question was a good one. The rest of them, I don't know what in the hell they was talking about. Let me see, was there anything else? All right, there's something on digital DJ tips. I guess Phil mentioned. Okay. Now they got 7 questions. I'm not going to actually go through them. I'm just going to read them. I'm just going to read the questions. If there's a certain one that y'all want to hear, I can either tell you the link. I can either post the link, or I don't know. I could probably read it. The first one. These are scratch myths busted. One, scratching on a controller doesn't sound the same as on vinyl. That's number one. Number two, latency means you can't do really fast scratching. Okay. Number three, you can't scratch on cheap gear and or small jog wheels. All right. Number four, you can't beat juggle without spinning virtual cues. You can't beat juggle without spinning virtual cues. Uh, can. Scratching on a controller is not like performing on turntables. Okay. Number six, you can't scratch with house or trance music. Nah, that's not my class of music, so I wouldn't know on that. And number seven, you'll never be respected scratching on digital gear. Yeah, these questions must have to be old right here. Let me see, when was this dated? Date should be at the top. Oh, 2 years ago. September 6th, 2019. And that's on controller. I'm sure a lot of us know the answers to those right now. Yeah, those questions. The you talking about the scratch questions? Let me, if I was able to see my comments. I brought my StreamYard full screen, but let me put that. I'm gonna put that into the. And this is from Digital DJ Tips. This is from like 2 years ago. Let me put it into the comments. Y'all can check that out. All right. Where's my YouTube? All right. So what do any of you guys have any facts finders or facts or any myth? All right. And copying, pasting. Yeah, you can scratch any type of music as long as you do it tastefully. Now, there was a, and I don't even know if I still had the video pulled up, and I don't even know if I posted it. I was gonna post it, and I know I was gonna scratch a few. Hope I didn't post it because my computer had power had went off down here, and I lost the pages. Let me see if I can pull it back up. But there was a mix that I was watching. This guy, he wasn't in a club, so it must had to be some type of lounge or a bar or whatever. It was someplace that people wasn't dancing, but he was doing. He would bring in a song. He would bring in the instrumental first. He'd bring in the instrumental, and on the right deck, he would scratch it. He would scratch for a few minutes on the instrumental. Then he'll bring the track in on the right side and let it play. And he did that a lot. And I didn't think that he was doing too much scratching, but I know some people may agree or disagree. Yeah, that's the link for the what I was just reading a while ago. So let me see if I can try to find that. Okay, that's not it. Okay, I need to go to yesterday. And I don't even remember. I found him by accident. He was doing a mix with Phase. I think he was a Phase DJ, or he was sponsored by Phase. That's how I'd be able to find him. want to say his name began with a R. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to find him now. I don't know how I'm be able to find him. But anyway, he was scratching and mixing, but he was mostly doing a lot of scratching. And I know a lot of people say that, well, like a lot of scratching, but he was cutting it up pretty good. So what do you guys think about DJs that scratching? Who do you know that may do a lot of scratching locally? Now I'm gonna tell you this. He's not here, but I can vouch for him. 007. He's one of those DJs that like to scratch with this mix, and he does it well. He doesn't do a lot of side scratching. He does it to cue and bring in this track, to bring it into the mix, and it's all about how you do it to where his chirps come in clean, and he drops his cuts at the right time. It's not too much, and it's not too less. So now I give him credit, and me and him clicked on that level, because I don't see myself I couldn't see myself bringing in a mix without doing some type of scratching, because that's where I wanted to start anyway. I started anyway wanted to be a scratch DJ um before I wanted to be a mix DJ. So then when learning to mix, I would scratch my stuff in. So I'm getting mesmerized by these other videos when I'm supposed to be looking for one. And I can't find this video because I have no idea. Hmm. Yeah, you got to find that balance. You can't do something that's gonna be too much. And if you do something that's too much, people will know it. You don't want to do it too much. Now, the guy that I saw last night, and I'm still trying to look for his video. Oh, I'm seeing too much stuff. Let me. I'm getting pulled in by other videos. Trying to find this video is going to be hard. Okay. Oh, man. Some of these people are just like off the chain. I'm seeing a video of a guy shaving his legs with glue and duct tape. Oh my gosh. People are stuck on stupid. All right, I'm gonna share this one. Now this is what I'm looking at right here. This guy and I have it muted.
You think, throw it up what you think. That's all you gotta do. It's really not messy.
Okay.
You know?
I want to jump to the end because I don't want to watch this.
Ooh, that made me just a little lightheaded. I'm not gonna look at the glue. 3, 2, God!
Oh.
Dang it! Oh my God! Alright, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. This seemed like a way better idea.
Yeah, it looks like Elmer's glue.
I'm not sure exactly how this is gonna go, but there's 1, 2.
Oh!
Ow! Jesus! Oh my God! It didn't even take that much help, but oh my God, it hurts. We gotta do this like 1, 2, and 3! Woo! Oh my God! Y'all ready for this? Oh man! Oh my God! That's another fail! That is another fail! Now I gotta figure out how to get this glue off my legs. Oh my God, one day we're gonna invent something that's gonna change the world together. But until that time happens, I got to go clean up. I'll be cool. Y'all stay classy. I love you, baby.
Okay, stupid people again. Oh my goodness. Now I saw this video right here. Now is she on Twitch? I can't tell exactly where she is. Yeah, it was like Elmer's glue. It was white paste glue. Now, I don't know if y'all can hear me, but the way that she's bringing her mix in is what I'm talking about right there. To bring in your song. So let me ask you this, Stephen, what do you think about Mixcloud as opposed to Twitch? Is it still a good idea to go over to Mixcloud or? I'm still trying to find the other video. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it. I want to say the name. He was a. I don't know if it was a Serato featured. It was something that just popped up. I was watching a video just like now, and his video. I don't even remember what video I was watching when. Let's see. I could probably get it to come up. Miss Cloud's decent. Community aspect is the same as Twitch, and I still don't like how they monetize. Okay. Is it worse? I mean, have you known for anybody to make any good money off of it? You see, what video did I watch yesterday? Let's see. I watched this. Let me see if I can go back to. Go to the end of this.
Yeah. He picked all of the West Coast niggas. He went and got Mike Mosley. He went and got another nigga. These niggas controlling his music game, being like, nigga, I'm in control. I know what's, nigga, I'm selling records. Nigga, shut up. This shit, nigga, I'm gonna get this nigga, this nigga, this nigga, this nigga. I know what works.
I can't
I'm like,
find
nigga, this nigga Meech Wells is cold, P. Let me hear it, bro. Oh, that's the first segment. Oh, like that? That nigga said, nigga, and we doing a movie.
On a dipper. You like to get your dip on. Hit a switch or two.
Later this year, you're getting a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Have you picked a spot yet?
Self-discipline. So I just want to let everybody know that when you off, I've not had a day off since I've been in this hip-hop game.
Last but not least, I want to thank me. I want to thank me for believing in me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to find it. It was in these video watches. Yeah, I'm gonna stop that. Let's see. Not that I know of, but I remember that chart I showed you about how it breaks down the percentages. The DJ get a real small piece. Yep, they do. I bet you none of that money goes to the artist, because since they're UK based, they don't have to pay ASCAP and BMI and Galvin and all those other royalties that the artists get. So that's how they get by over there in the UK. It's crazy. But I didn't really have much to much else to talk about besides those myths, unless y'all got something that y'all want to, some myths or facts or whatever. This was just gonna be basically shooting the breeze type thing where we just get on and just talk. Right now, I'm thinking about doing the next pandemic event, because I don't know if I talked to you, Steven, but after his set, me and 007 talked, and he told me that I guess all you guys, everybody started inviting people, and I started getting a whole bunch of invites. Most of them are supposed to be automatic, and I had them set to where certain criteria, like you have to have been a member of Facebook or on Facebook for at least a year or whatever to keep scammers off. Anybody that had like a newly created account or whatever. And I did have somebody that had a newly created account, but they were legit, one of my aunts. And so I ended up sending her an invite and actually got an invite. She did pop up in the room for a minute when I received a text from her. She was asking where was the link, or where was she was trying to get in, but she ended up somewhere else. So there was some people that he had invited that were trying to get in, and he mentioned that one guy that he invited was on the West Coast, and in the room with him, I guess they was finishing up a studio session or whatever. They was finishing up a session, and Snoop Dogg was next to him on one of the sides. Snoop Dogg was next to him, and he was telling him that he was trying to get into this new group on Facebook, and they had a poker game, and Snoop loves poker. Snoop wanted to get in just to play poker, and nobody didn't really play poker. I played poker, but then Pete Rock, he came in and he wanted to play poker, so he went into the poker room, and I saw he was the only person in the poker room, so me and him played. I played poker, plus I also interact and played with the quiz game too. So me and him played poker, and man, I think I would have probably lost my mind if I would have seen Snoop Dogg has joined the poker game, and I would have saw Snoop on camera. I think I would have lost it. But I know, of course, we would have had to end the game and move the game to something higher stakes, something that he would probably want to play, because I'm sure his skill level is probably way above, and I would have had to put more focus in it, because I wasn't going to let him. I was going to give him a run for his money. So even if I have to pull out books and manuals and open up YouTube guides on how to play poker, I would have pulled it out for him. But just knowing that, I'm like, dang, that would have been a hit. So I think what I'm gonna try to do, I'm gonna reach out to him personally. I'm gonna reach out to him and let him know the next time we have something going on, and then I'm just gonna send him a invite. And then when I hear that he's gonna be there, I'm gonna be like, well, y'all, for all those that play poker, come and play poker in the pandemic games, because Snoop Dogg's gonna be there. So come and chill out, listen to Snoop tell his stories, and I'll probably just have him to turn his mic on and let him talk or whatever, just to entertain people. And people, the numbers will go up dramatically when people find out Snoop is in there. I mean, it may just go up slightly, because people may be skeptical, like, oh man, Snoop ain't gonna show up. He ain't gonna be in there. But then when they actually see that's in there, then people gonna start trying to invite people. Yeah, hey man, we over here playing poker with Snoop Dogg. Come on, join in. We got DJ so and so, blah 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 blah, that's playing music. And then especially when the DJ start finding out that Snoop is in there, then they gonna want to, no, don't play his music. He probably ain't gonna want to hear it. You just, it's just like at a club. You don't play. When an artist come in, you don't start playing all their hits. You may do one song, but you don't want to start playing all the hits. You may want to play stuff that they like, maybe others artists that they like, but you know, you don't want to play all their hits or whatever. So that was, what was the guy with Snoop's name? What was the guy? I don't know. I had to ask. He said he was another DJ. He didn't tell me the guy's name, and I didn't even see him try to join in. I mean, I monitored all the people that were trying to get in, unless the guy had a new account or whatever. I didn't see it. I mean, there was the membership went up a lot. It went up to probably close to probably about 50 members, just maybe that night or whatever. I know that there was people, and I haven't checked it recently. And I know people that I sent invites to are starting to trickle. People that may have seen it, you know, days ago or whatever, they joined, but I sent it out like 2 weeks ago. And so there's people still trying to get in. So that would have been a good thing. And what I tried to do, and I need to try to reach out to him directly, since Jeff does a set from, I think, from 3 to 4 or 3 to 5 or whatever. I want to try to get him to stream his set into the pandemic game, to where, you know, there's no big thing. All he got to do is go into just do the OBS Ninja thing and send me the link, and then I can put him in, and then that's his slot. I can get his slot, just like I said, Eric, your slot now is 68. Since you already on from 68, I can plug you in with no problem. The only thing you have to do is just send me the Ninja link, and you know, I got you in. And then, you know, you just do like what you did, you know, reference people that you have listening on your Twitch and your YouTube and your Facebook or whatever. But, you know, I also mentioned, you know, the pandemic games. You did an excellent job with that, brother. Thanks a lot for that. You worked it out just like I had visioned it. So, you know, keep doing your thing. Everybody did a great set. I mean, we had the technical issues. I didn't get with 007. I had been trying to get with him. I called him earlier that day. I was trying to get with him to do like a dry run to make sure his audio was good. And, you know, with the OBS Ninja, there's not a whole lot that you have to do. But somewhere in there with the audio, because I told him, I said, make sure that you set your audio to whatever you're using for the output. Now, I don't know whether he did and it didn't save, or maybe he just didn't or whatever, but it went to his mic. So the first hour and a half of his set was, you know, just how people started when they were streaming. They would have their phone, and then you would hear the music from their speakers or monitor playing into the mic on the phone. That's how it sounded. It was coming in. I think it was actually coming in through his mic. And so I was trying to reach him, but I couldn't reach him because, you know, he stayed either mixing or looking for the next mix or whatever. And by the time somebody had called him, and I could hear the whole conversation. I could hear him talking to them. I could hear the person talking. And I'm like, shit, I got to tell him that he's being picked up. And so then right after that, then that's when he called me. And then I told him, I'm like, what are you using for your sound? Your sound is coming through your mic. And then just like that, when he changed it, he found out that it wasn't set to where he said it to. He changed it instantly. Sound was good. Now, Steven, I still do not know what it is that you were hearing. Like I said, I checked out the stream, but if the stream that you were playing was recorded through, if it wasn't recorded directly through the stream, then I can't really tell what it is. Eric recorded his sets, but he only recorded the set that he did in Twitch. And I think he said that set he didn't have issues. He didn't have any issues with the sound on that. But let me ask Let me see if he's up because he may be asleep. You said Triggs. So is DJ Triggs, is that his tour DJ or his DJ or whatever? Because he said it was a DJ that he knew because he used to live on the West Coast. Recorded OBS and Serato. Oh, Triggs is a rapper on Snoop label. He said it was a DJ. I guess it was another DJ that he knew from Cali, and they was sitting in the same room, and he had invited him to check out his set and come and play some games. And Snoop heard that there was a poker, that you could play poker, and Snoop down for playing poker. So, and I could see that he want to come in and play some poker. That would have been sweet. I could have packed the room up for that. So, okay, everybody, we shut down the quiz game and we're moving over to poker. We got Snoop Dogg in the house, so y'all come on over and let's play some poker with Snoop. So what I did last week, or one Saturday, I think it may have been not this Saturday, but the Saturday before, I sent Jeff a reply in one of his streams. I don't know if he goes back and checks the replies or whatever, and still haven't heard back on that. Now, I sent the message. I was watching one of Scratch Bastard streams, and I sent him an email, asking did he do a stream on Saturday, and would he be interested in, maybe doing a set on one of those days or whatever. So I don't know what those guys may be thinking about, but I'm thinking about promoting it a lot higher. I mean, not to say that y'all guys aren't high enough, because y'all guys did a great job. Everybody that was listening had a great time. I need to go back and I haven't checked on the feedback since I think yesterday when I checked on it, but I need to check the feedback post that I created, because what I'm thinking about doing is either every 2 weeks or once a month. I mean, once a month would give more advertisement time, but every 2 weeks will trickle more people in little by little. It'll be something to do every 2 weeks. But right now the games are open. I don't know if any one of y'all want to cut this short and maybe just go play a couple games for a while, and anybody, because once you start playing in the room, people are going to see. Now the games are open to play anytime. Now what I would like for it not to happen is not for DJs to just come in and just stream at any time. I want to keep the streaming, the music only available for certain times and for certain events and certain slots, because then it starts to look like every other. It starts to look like every other group. You got DJs that's come in. They're not continuous. They come in, they'll stream for a couple minutes, and then they'll leave. So either it's music or it's no music. It's music for half a day or it's no music. So I'd rather have it to where uh, there's no music. And I mean, I could probably, with the with the exception that somebody lets me know that they're going to play music, and then I can do a notification, or I can even just set it up and say, okay, do the OBS Ninja and send me your link, and we'll just do you just do music for the hour, and say if it's a group of people, say if it's a group of people that want to come in and just chill and entertain or whatever, but I wouldn't leave it for those people. I would leave it for basically the public. Anybody that's a member of the room can be entitled to do it and not have private rooms. If you want to do a private room, hell, go create your own group. I mean, I'm doing this for the public. I'm doing this so it's more public for everybody. But say for instance, if we wanted to play, say if we wanted to play quiz right now, and say if Eric wanted to put on one of his mixes, we could do that. And then I'll just do a post. I won't even do the OBS Ninja or anything like that. We just let him just post music from his rooms, from his Facebook account. And we just sit there and we just play games or whatever, but it's open to the public. It's not anything that we're going to lock down and say, okay, this room is private, nobody can't get in, because then you start getting a whole bunch of people that want to have private groups. You want to do a private group, go open it up in your own place. Let other people that may want to join in, but they don't have any other people with them to start their own group, come in and play. Because like I said, the more people you play, the better it gets, no matter what game you're playing. If you're playing the quiz, whenever you have more people playing on the quiz, it's more fun. The poker, of course, definitely when you have more people playing poker, you're gonna have a bigger event as for the game, because the game is not going to end as fast as if it's just two people where they're just battling one-on-one. And like I said, I want to do tournaments. I want to host stuff with tournaments. I'm not going to get a lot into that, but I want to do stuff with tournaments. But when the group gets a lot bigger, that's why I say everybody keep inviting people and bringing more people in, because the more people that get in, I could do bigger things. I could do stuff where there's actually prizes that you can win. So that's what I'm thinking about doing in the future. I see stuff further ahead in the future. Gamer. Yep, I heard that he's a gamer. He plays on Madden. Set up on YouTube. Yeah, post his link. I think I may have seen his YouTube stream at one time. Okay. All right, I'm trying to. Oh, great. All right, let's see. Did you post it? I think I found it. I think this is it. I'm not for sure. Snoop TV.
It's 12 o'clock.
He can't be true. He ain't never made a mark. He could not hit.
Oh, this is what I was looking for. I was looking for this. His series. I want to thank me. But I don't see his I don't see his games though.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. GGL number 8, Madden 20 action, and the game is about to be underway. First Final Four matchup, we got Hittermain and Looney versus
Redwoods and Big Face, and here it is, semifinals action. Winner of this will be moving themselves to the finals, get themselves a nice extra wad of cash and a chance to fight for a title that really only Snoop has won. Snoop's won all of them.
Yeah.
Except the last one.
All the ones for 2-on-2. Yeah.
Oh, on Twitch.
So again,
Thought you said
Red
YouTube.
Yeah, that throw went through a little bit of coverage there, but no one clicked on. All right, you see the Denzel Ward playmaker attribute already online. The shutdown corner, so don't want to throw on his side. Don't want to throw on his side. Mistakes.
Yeah.
Pressure is a big thing here.
I mean, even if you look at the demeanor of these guys, like looking at Taylor Gang looks very calm, cool, collected. They're very relaxed. They're almost letting the game come to them. And then you look on the other side of the field. You look at Red. Taylor Gang knows
he's
it.
smiling. He knows.
21. Like there's so many things in play here, D-Gon. Like
That's still a bridge.
we lead to horrible mistakes.
One of those can be a field goal. One of those can be a field goal.
But to get into field goal range, you got to go for something deep. Running plays for no gain, that's not going to help you right now.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the points too came off of runs, so you're trying to replicate that. But when there's always two safeties sitting back, it makes it a lot harder.
Oh, I like that. I like it a lot. You gotta let it go. You gotta let it go.
Again, right now you're just seeing not enough time here with Andrew Luck.
What they did as a team.
Pretty tough. All right, clock winding down.
Yeah, he may get one more playoff, or this one's gonna be over. Nah, this one's done.
See?
Now let me ask y'all this about Doggy Dog 20 on Twitch. When you're gaming, like say for instance Madden, when you're streaming Madden, well, I'm looking at it how they were streaming it. They were streaming it like live commentary. So do they stream that from one person's computer? And when they're playing, well, I guess you playing it. If you're doing it online, you only seeing what you doing. It's like you playing against the computer, so you can't actually see what the other person is doing. I have not played Madden. I'll probably say in probably 10, 12 years. I think I have one of them, one of the games. So I got something that was free from EA Sports, but I've never played it. I wasn't into the sports games, especially since you have to get them every year. They update every year. It's almost as worse as a MacBook. Every year it updates. You have to update to it. You have to get the newest. You have to have the newest players. You have to have the newest features or whatever. It's really probably not that much of a difference, but it updates. So, any of you guys interested in calling in and probably trying a couple hands at poker real quick? Because I'm running low and I'm going to dry out. Okay, that's the green. And that's why from now on, I'm probably going to wear, and the white t-shirts are not even working. I was going to wear something to where my chroma key is not affected when I'm on the stream. And I got to get my hair done. I just had it washed. So I got to get it. Right now, I'm looking like Frederick Douglass. So I just got it washed and I need to get it twisted and braided probably tomorrow. So I'm wearing this until. Yes, I am. I'm trying to take your money. Because Paul took mine the other day. So, and I was trying to focus on, well, with the quiz, you gotta be on it. The questions, you have to read the questions real quick and you gotta answer. So if I'm looking at one screen down here and I got the quiz going up here, if I take my eyes off the quiz for just a moment in gameplay, I can lose out on a hand in the quiz. So I was making irrational moves in poker and I won the first game, but he came back and took me out in the next 3 games. And let me see if he would be interested in playing right now. He may be up. All right, let me step away for a second to use the little boys room. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. All right, one or two things gonna happen, cause it looks like I'm wide awake and up. Either we can start a game of poker, or if y'all want to play quiz for a couple minutes, or I'm probably gonna do a stream behind me in the other room on because I'm looking at this game right now that's in this window. I haven't played the Division 2 in about a week or two. So I don't know. I'm kind of feeling a little gaming right now. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. If I do the gaming, I need to go and get my jacket because it's getting cold. Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 24 degrees Fahrenheit.
Whew.
Today, expect a high of 48 degrees.
What's the weather like where y'all guys at right now? Steven, you where are you right now? You on the I know Eric is in New York, and I actually think that it's warmer there than it is here. I seen somebody post the weather between the two areas, and we're in the 20s. I think what she said, like 29. Alexa, repeat the weather.
Right now in Loganville, it's 24 degrees Fahrenheit. With
24.
clear skies. Today's forecast has intermittent clouds with a high of 48 degrees and a low of 24 degrees.
Alexa, is there any snow in the forecast?
No snow is expected today.
Any snow forecast for the week?
No, it doesn't look like it'll snow in Loganville the next 7 days.
My youngest thinks it's gonna snow. I'm like, okay, good luck on that. Yeah, it's 24 degrees here. Oh, it's 29, and y'all got more snow on Thursday. So we just cold with nothing, no snow. Alexa, any rain in the forecast?
It might rain today. There's a 55% chance at 10 p.m.
Oh, no, it's not gonna rain. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna open up a room, and well, tell me if you see this. Tell me if you see this. Go to look on your timeline on Facebook. I'm just gonna jump into one of the room. I'm gonna jump into the Poker Lounge live room, and let me know if you see it pop up on your timeline. Because if somebody is in the group and a room is open, it should pop up to where the bar at the top of your screen, like right below where you can start a post. If it pops up, and there should be rooms that you can actually go to. You see those first. Rooms that are currently open, then you see rooms of people that you can go to and join that are online, and see if the poker currently open, and you see rooms of people that you can go to and join that are online, and see if the poker currently open, and you see rooms of people that you can go to and join that are online, and see if rooms of people that you can go to and join that are online. Getting a feedback, Eric. Is feedback. It's feedback through your mic. All right, let me wrap up the podcast real quick. All right, so well, I guess Steven, you gonna join anybody else that's in here? I sent the message out to Paul. I don't know if you got it or not. But we can meet up in there, play. Well, we're in the poker room, but we don't necessarily have to play poker. But I just feel like I want to try something real quick. I may just go live and ask anybody that's in the group that want to join in a game. They can just pop up. So anybody want to join in? We about to go and probably carry the conversation over to there for a few minutes, and also have a few games of poker or whatever. If you're not part of the group, the name of the group is the Pandemic Games and Entertainment Group. It's a group that's on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook and look up Pandemic Games and Entertainment, you would see the group. Request an invite, and right now it's free for people to invite unless you have certain criteria that don't fit. But other than that, everybody is automatic, is an automatic join in. So we're about to wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. Atlanta DJ Zone Tech Tuesday Live party. We're about to have the after party, so come on over to the after party in the Pandemic Games group. I will catch y'all later, and I am out of here. Peace.